Hello everyone, CoinHound here. Today I'm going to be expressing a little bit of frustration, or perhaps a lot of frustration, with the United States Mint. I became aware today from a very informative video from Silver Wolverine. The U.S. Mint has basically increased a whole bunch of prices across its product line. Apparently, these increases were carried out somewhat covertly and just kind of appeared on the website without any significant advance notice or without any news release or anything of that nature. I am here to share my opinion on the subject and not going to get into a lot of the news-oriented details of those increases. I would recommend, very highly recommend, you go over to Silver Wolverine. I'll put the link to his video in the description, and you can go ahead and get the details of the various price increases that have been put in place. As reported by Silver Wolverine today, the prices for silver medals, the Presidential Silver Medal Series and the Armed Forces Silver Medal Series, are going to be seeing some fairly significant increases. The silver medals for the President's Series are going from $65 to $75. The 2.5 ounce Armed Forces medals, of which I think there's 2 to still be released, are going from $160 to $175. There's also increases to the 1 ounce versions of those Armed Forces medals, and the exact number escapes me at this point. Silver Wolverine also noted that the Morgans and some other products will also be experiencing increases. Now, about 2 years ago, I posted a video in the lead up to the release of the Martin Van Buren Presidential Silver Medal, when I had kind of just come upon the series, and I expressed some frustration at a recent price increase that had increased the price of those medals. I think it was from like $46 or $50, something like that, up to $65. And I thought that was really pushing the limits of what those silver medals were worth, and was questioning whether I wanted to go on with the series. Ultimately, I did, because I'm big history buff, and I really like the history of the presidency, and I like the historical tie these medals have, being basically replicas of real, original presidential peace medals that were issued back in the day. And so I reluctantly, or perhaps begrudgingly, went forward. I have a subscription to the series. Every time one comes out, it arrives at my house, I get charged. And I was fully expecting that next week I would be receiving my James Buchanan medal. I was looking forward to doing a video on that and trying to think about how I could creatively do a video on the president that many historians consider to be the worst president in American history. And so that seemed like that could be fun. And then, of course, the medal afterwards was going to be Abraham Lincoln, which has potential to have some popularity to it. And now, after learning about the increase in prices, in the case of the Presidential Silver Medals, to $75, I think I'm going to discontinue my subscription. And that's unfortunate. It's disappointing. I've been doing a video every time they came out, but I just can't justify paying $75 for a 1 ounce silver medal that has unlimited mintage and is not particularly popular, as Silver Wolverine notes in his video, and I agree with him. It's not a particularly popular series, and I guess the unlimited mintage doesn't matter that all much because they really don't sell a lot of them, but they don't terminate the sales. The George Washington medal's still on sale 4 or 5 years after its first release, and the medals themselves, as far as the craftsmanship, I think they're clean. I think they've got a nice, pleasant look to them, but there's nothing overly sophisticated or complicated. I know there's been inflation going on, significant inflation in some cases, but I just can't believe that the margins are that tight on these silver medals. They're being priced at a price that, very popular limited mintage coins are being charged for at other mints in other places around the world. And so, to me, it just seems like you're getting scalped, And actually, that was a very poor choice of words for the peace medal that was intended to bring peace between the Americans and the Native American tribes. But oh well. Anyways, it's disappointing. I think the U.S. Mint has left a lot to be desired over the last few years. They've been going kind of on a cheap route with some of their packaging. I know a lot of YouTubers have complained about that, getting rid of the nice clamshells they used to have. Oddly, the presidential silver medals still have the nice clamshells. I just don't think the U.S. Mint products are of the quality and desirability to justify these high prices. I look at things being produced by the Royal Mint and the Perth Mint and even the Royal Canadian Mint, and I just find myself more aesthetically attracted to much of their coins that are produced. They have more interesting designs. The quality, like you could Perth Mint, their quality is out of this world. I don't know. I'm going to rethink my whole relationship with the United States Mint. I have subscriptions to all these Morgans and everything this year. I'm going to have to really examine what the prices on those are. Maybe I'll have to terminate some of those subscriptions or reduce the number of coins ordered. The 2.5 ounce medals for the armed forces, $175. That's a lot of money for that. The only thing in their favor is that they have a fairly limited mintage, or at least they did. The ones that have been released so far, I think it was 10,000. So there's that to go for it. So I've got 4 of the 6 of those, so it's hard to stop. I might end up getting those too. But I think, the Eagles, some of these Morgans, I just think I'm going to have to cut back and redirect my funds to other sources that are a little bit more reasonable in price and produce a little bit of a better product. Anyways, I'd be interested in your thoughts on all this. Let me know if I'm overreacting or if you share my thoughts. Are you going to adjust any of your purchases moving forward? Change your strategy and approach to buying products from the U.S. Mint? What are your thoughts on the U.S. Mint? Do you think that it's producing quality products at a fair price with good service? Please share that in the comments. I'd love to get a little discussion going here. And of course, go over and check that Silver Wolverine video. He's got all the details. He's a great channel for U.S. Mint news and all the latest numbers and statistics coming out of the Mint. And I did put the link to that video in the description. So anyways, thank you for bearing with me here. I hope you're all having a great day and a great evening. This is CoinHound signing out.